Vamos.
The Granger is still open, but again, we did say it is going to be a little bit difficult, but if you just want to get used to the stage first, I think it's fine. Even if you do lose game number 1, as long as you start to familiarize yourself with playing on stage again, I think it's worth it just to play comfort for game number 1.
I can get behind that, and Amzik has already gotten himself out of very sticky situations on the
Or
Granger
just pick
before.
Uranus.
Oh, that's true. Uranus is still here. But I'm not sure if I'll be a big fan of it. Oh, the glue going to be let through. Glue gets locked in, most likely going to be a Tree's pick. I think this is the first time glue is showing up for our playoffs. And that does sound like a Granger, so Amzik back on his signature pick.
Yep. And we can see the reaction coming in from the crowd. And yeah, like I said, CG is going for comfort first, get their mental in a very good state. And now the Sun.
There it is.
So now we get to see what is all this band about. We got to see the Hellcurt, we get to see the Sun. Aero was no fun yesterday. CEG, they're allowing Vamos to get this draft.
Well, soon, is this the first time it's being picked in MPL M1?
Yeah. One of our second best of 5 of the day.
Yeah, and to be honest, ladies and gents, if you guys follow MPL Singapore, Seiji is the only one in MPL Singapore that plays a Sun in the gold lane. The how they use the Sun is basically wave clear with the Sun. As long as they neutralize the lane, I don't give any lead over to the Granger. And what happens towards the mid parts of the game, I start split pushing like no tomorrow. Then after that, what happens is I come in with a flank, I go in, I petrify, assassinate you with a clone, and then head out. And that's how, you know, Seiji was able to play in MPL Singapore. And I feel like this could be what Netco could be doing in Vamos.
Okay, so let's discuss among ourselves. Are we gonna call it Sun or Sun?
I was hoping you would bring that up.
I'm gonna call it Sun.
Yeah, I've been saying Sun the whole time.
I don't know, I just... Sun Sun.
Yeah, you can do you know? Right now, looking at the emblem setup here, it looks like Nako just wants to sustain inside the lane, having the common emblem. Does have Trill so that he can properly trade, but guessing as a Sun, he's gonna wait for level 4 first.
One thing I worry about for picking Sun in this matchup is that Granger is one of the marksman heroes that has enough burst to farm the clones early on. So if he doesn't play it correctly, he is giving Amzik a lot of free gold with those Sun dupes.
Yep. So right now, looking at what CG really wants to do is that I feel like they got to neutralize the waves and then try to get a win around the turtle. Because at that point, maybe it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Zorn to get a target. And preferably, I feel like Yetri should be the one looking for Zorn, because balance is probably needed to peel for Chico. Because again, one of the main damage dealers early game.
I agree, and I think that is the kind of playstyle that CG was already known for anyway, but it looks like Chibi is going to be working on the turtle here.
Yep, has to back off just a little bit. Zorn is right there, doesn't really have the ultimate. Grid wall manipulation, Chibi securing the turtle over as well, and now he's going to get possessed just a little bit, but Year 3 will be just disrupted right there. No pickings coming off CG for now as Vamos sneaks away the first turtle.
Well, that's a bit unfortunate because Gary was definitely in the area, so he missed his retry timing, but it is Chibi we're talking about, still one of the best turtle slayers in all of MPL MOY. It was a good initiation.
And again, this is a landslide. He has a lot of damage on that on Rose going up against Chibi. It's like what, just throwing a slab of stone, throwing a turtle shell? Chibi again, like I don't know how he's consistent for like what, like 8 seasons now, always being #1 or in the podium of getting the most amount of turtles as well as lords. I do have one worry though. It looked like CG was a bit clueless of what to do at that turtle. So I hope that's just them not having the power spike just yet.
I'm hoping that as well, because their movements were a little bit strange, but it is not uncommon for CG to give up the first couple of turtles here. As we've already mentioned, they are a scaling lineup. They like playing for a late game. They still have very good macro overall, as long as they don't fall too far behind. And as far as we can say, Zorn still hasn't been able to find any kills on this Hellcurt.
Oh, speaking of which, Gary punctures away from Gojes right there, just standing there, aura farming. As of now, this is very peculiar, right? Like 3 minutes in, we haven't seen a single kill.
By the way, let me just say, the last time in MPL MY the Sun has been used was back in 2023. It's been 3 years.
That long?
Yeah, it's been 3 years, yeah. Used by Sonic in MPNC during that time.
Oh, right, yeah, we used...
Yeah.
Was that even
Season
before
12.
the rework?
Season 12.
I think I remember thinking
It was
of
after
thinking of the Sonic name.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, he used to be known for playing this, but
In
that
the
was in the jungle.
Yeah. So quite a long time, 3 years. Damn.
A lot has changed.
Yep, we got a change. Gorgeous. Trying to make a change right here. We'll be tagging onto Gary. Year 3 right there, zoning with the rest of the member. Gary, unable to find a turtle again, giving over to Chibi. Year 3 will land down a possession, but he has to let go because the rest of the member from the side of CG getting zoned out by one Dancing Queen.
Okay, that was just straight up skill issue.
Yeah.
Gary had free reign over the turtle. Yes, he got poked out, but Chibi was being CC'd. He was the only one in the pit, and he lost it.
Here you go, the Petrify from Zorn as well. Azing trying to make a play right here, trying to sidestep the Stingers. Balance also landing help with the AOG. Zorn! Dashes the blinks away! Scot-free, murder accomplished!
Oh, dude, at this point, it's going to be stabbing CG here because you know that Amzing's not going to have a good time. He's going to get targeted. And then you're like, oh, it's okay. We can get a return kill. You don't even do that. Zorn gets away scot-free.
Really should not have been able to get out of that. And Nako even pops the ult to get away from the taunt. So right now, Vamos firing on all cylinders.
Year 3 getting melted down by Glockin right there. No way for him to run. It's getting slowed. And this is just Chibi, right? Just walking right underneath the turret of CG up top.
This is getting a bit worrisome because it does seem that long break, Amzik going through exams might have really impacted CG because they look out of practice, and that's let's just hope it's just game 1 jitters.
I hope so as well. I wouldn't even blame Amzik for it specifically. We just got the fun fact. LaFell was actually faster this time around, so production needs to work on that a little bit.
To be fair, I checked WhatsApp, so it was there. But either ways, right now for CG, I feel like Year 3, he's trying his best. It's just that the follow-up from Chico needs to be better.
Zorn right there, Valence actually got terrified just a little bit, revitalized. Amzik tried to output some form of damage, will not be able to find anything. Clockroom picks up Valence, and now Vamos is just Starling just aura farming on top of CG's corpses.
The problem right now, Vamos, their draft eats up any front line because the box there reduces your healing, and then Sun has a lot of shred.
Year 3 jumping once again. There goes the Thorn Rose coming up on Gary, but the main problem right here is still Nako fighting on the Chico, assassinating him. Also using the Petrify, and don't forget Zorn also used the Petrify as well. So it is just annoying, but Gary at least sneaks away the turtle from Vamos.
That's the turtle that Gary wins? Well, at least it's better late than never here. But we can see that CG is in a bit of a mess right there. AOG comes in, not going to catch that, but Year 3 jumped way too far forward without first checking around the pit for any potential flank angles. And then their backline just got dismantled. They cannot be doing that.
I hope that is a sign that Gary just needs to warm up just a little bit. So it's like, okay, I'm starting to get the groove of Lancelot again. I'm getting the vibe. You guys were fine. And Zorn just finished up the Demon Hunter sword. Nako as well, I saw having that Windtalker. So I'm really looking at CG for someone to build the Chastise Pauldron just so that they can stop a little bit of the attack speed coming in from Zorn and Nako. The burst, you kind of can't do anything about it, but the damage afterwards, at least help out your team a little bit.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good, but I don't think CG is going to grab that particularly early on. You have to note as well that Demon Hunter Sword is a first item prio for the Hellcurt as well, so he's not going to have the Siege path, and instead trying to contribute to melting down the front line for Vamos.
Which I think is a good idea, because again, Yitri is trying hard, and Valent, he is willing to put himself in a dangerous spot for his team. So it could just be a very easy way for them to get map pressure when no one is able to open up the map.
Chibi rolling around trying to look for a play right there. Balance will be the one absorbing that. Does take some chip damage from the side of Vamos, but they're not really bloodthirsty. This is something that, is this their playstyle that we usually see?
It kind of is, actually. It's normally a little cleaner, but it's pretty common for CG to just not really interact with their opponents. They'll try to take fights, but if they think it's not going their way, they'll just instantly back off.
GB, gets some taunter right there, but the side of balance does take a lot of Rhapsody shot. Year 3 thickens forward, trying to catch onto GB right there. Will be able to extend the possession. Umzik actually gets zoned out by the side of Clockun. Balance right now, jumping on Year 3, getting melted right there. Natko! That's not the clone, that's actually him, and he will be able to find something for the side of CG. The real world manipulation on Chico delays the fight from Vamos.
Well, all things considered, that actually wasn't the worst. CG traded 2 for 1, which is not the best, but they were able to give a kill to Umzik and shut down Natko at the same time. So that's one Sky Piercer stack, reduces the gold lead by a little bit. So all things considered, an okay trade for CG.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, an okay trade, especially when you're behind. Beggars can't be choosers. You know, you get anything, you'll be happy with it, slowing down Natko's farm a little bit, allowing Umzik to scale up. But it does show that, as of right now, the damage is not there yet. Umzik might have to get involved with the team just a little bit earlier, because I feel like for the Granger to start being a problem, he needs 40 stacks on the Sky Piercer. So Gertie has won a triple kill away, and then CG is back in the game.
Especially if he's able to find Clockun. That's a 4-0 Kimmy right now. That would be a lot of shutdown gold. But it is also a win con for Vamos. So you can be sure that they're going to make sure Clockun stays safe in these fights.
So right now for Vamos, gotta be careful of Zorn and Natko right now, especially with those two Petrifies. There's no Purify going around, so whoever's get caught is a free kill.
As you play as well on top of Zorn's ultimate right there. Gary getting caught up right there, trying to puncture away, but the bug effect execution will be around, allowing him to just jump away.
Okay, apologies. That's the curse, I guess.
Well played by Gary, though he did have to use a lot of his resources to get out there, including the Retribution. Vamos gonna use that to try and blitz this Lord down.
Trying to puncture, will be able to activate that ultimate as well. The Lord, unfortunately, will fall over to the side of Vamos. They will be able to secure that Natko off the screen, assassinate the Granger as well. Balance after you're able to revitalize right now. Zorn getting called out just a little bit by Year 3, but Zorn limps away to safety as Gorgeous chases down Gary. 3 members on the side of CG gone as Vamos. Oh, healthy.
I think that was a little bit too idealistic from CG. When they knew they didn't have Retri and they saw the Lord that low with them not being in position, I do think they should have just called it off there.
Yeah, at this point, Vamos is doing good, but I feel like it's more on CG. In a way, uncharacteristic. Characteristic in the timings that they want to play, but like Stafa said, it's not clean. It's to the point where it's kind of like, excuse me? Like, well, what have you guys been playing in the past 3 weeks?
It's very much we expect better from you situation, which is harsh, but considering how CG had been performing.
Not fun, LaFell. You guys are hard to impress.
Although, to be fair, they barely became top 2, right?
Yep.
Like seriously, we have to wait for the last day of regular season to be like, okay, oh well.
There it is.
Well,
this time it is on camera.
and it's game number 1 too. They're like, you know what? I think it's over. Hey, might be a trio stuff. Hey, you might get some rest tonight.
I might get to sleep tonight. That might be good. What do we think about this Sun? Also, oh my.
Oh my.
Oh, well, Zorn doesn't even bother to finish up. But yeah, looking at the Sun's build right now, it is all about the chase, right? Because attack speed, yes, but every single item has a movement speed component. Even those shoes, Rapid Boots, which has been improved a little bit, giving you 12 HP regen, making it so that this Sun can stay at the map for a very long time. So you go in, you try to burst. If you don't get the burst, you have enough movement speed to move across the map and then start doing something else.
Yep. Gary punctures out of safety for now, but then you still see Natko sending a fat wave down the bot lane. CG forced to back off, try to go to the defense. It's just, I'm not too sure what CG is thinking right here.
Maybe they're not thinking this yet.
I
Give them some time,
might
coffee.
actually be inclined to believe that. It feels very reactive right now, unfortunately. Not a lot of forethought, and CG, this is not too out of character from a position they'd be in earlier in the season. But even with that, you could see like, okay, at least they're still setting up for Umzik, they're still giving farm to Chiku. Here, it doesn't really feel like they have a foothold on anything.
Right now, I'm looking at the player screen.
Yeah.
And only, oh, hold on, Chibi gets caught.
Chibi getting caught right there. Now this time around getting possessed. Natko coming in. Petrify, catches gone to the Granger. And now Vamos just gonna collapse. It feels like Vamos fell across the map. But when Chibi gets stunned down by CG, they come and save him. And CJ wipes out just like that.
TV right now announcing at CG all that for a single drop of blood. What did it cost you?
Everything.
Everything all at once. What a